And I'm here. I'm here in TNT to improve my English. That's
Thanks,
all.
Jefferson. What about you, Bruna?
Good morning, guys. Bruno, Jefferson, Yas, and Marcio. My name is Bruna. I live in São Paulo. I work as an English teacher. I've been here on TNT since last year in September, and it's always a pleasure being here. That's definitely a place I feel really comfortable, and I really like talking to you guys. That's it.
Thanks, Bruna. And you, Marcio?
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Marcio. I'm 49. I live in Salvador, although I was born in Rio de Janeiro. I'm here to share this comfortable place to foster my English.
And what about you, Bruno?
Good morning, guys. I'm Bruno. I'm from São Paulo. I'm 26. I'm working as a deployment engineer in an IT company. And well, I'm here to practice English and improve my vocabulary with you.
Yeah, thanks. And okay, so for who don't know me, my name is Yasmin. I'm 20 years old and I work as a teacher. So today we will talk about American Dream. And the first thing that I want to know is what comes to your mind when we talk about United States? Marcio.
Well, to tell the truth, I was contaminated for the American dream for a long time, maybe since I was a child. When you are introduced to Disney World, then you always imagine you in there to enjoy those attractions. And then you continue to search about the United States, and they sell themselves very, very good. But at the same time, they are really good. They have really good companies, universities that you can really develop your career, okay? But they mostly, I think the main point here is that United States knows how to sell themselves. They do an amazing and awesome marketing about themselves, and then you feel really attracted to that. That's what I feel about this question.
Yeah, totally. I think that every time that I think about United States, I think about a perfect life, you know? What about you, Jefferson?
I think United States, it's a dream. It's a new world dream. In my case, as a professor, I see United States with the best university in the rank of the world, the best university. It's so nice, the production of science and technology. So this is the good part of the United States. The other that I mind, it's about good jobs, good salary. It's a competitive country. You can, if you work hard, you can have social mobility. So maybe as a dream, the best place to live and to work. But today, this is not the reality. Then you can talk later.
Yeah, totally. I think like things are changing, and now we know how things work there. So what about you, Bruno?
Well, when I think about the US, comes like MacBook, iPhone, Disney, and California, and things like that, you know. And how life could be good when you live there and like travel there and meet people from there and etc. But as the years are passing, like they're going, and I'm getting older, now I can see the reality of things, as you mentioned, Yasmin. Um, well, these things yet come to my mind every time that I think about US and about companies such as Google, Apple, Facebook, and etc. So for me, these things come to my mind because I'm from an IT area. So most of the things in this area come from there. So it's a nice place to think about.
Yeah, totally. I think that we are introduced to this American dream when we are children, you know, because like we start to watch cartoons from there and things like this. So what about you, Bruna?
Yes, totally agree with you. I think we have this idea from movies and from media, of course, that life's perfect there. But at the same time, I think it's complicated. And as Jefferson said, it's a competitive country, and it's complicated because at the same time that we have this idea that it's perfect, if we don't try to look from this other point of view, the reality is not the same as it is portrayed on media or on movies. So um, I usually think of exploration, racism, um, prejudice against Latinos or foreigners. You know, they are not well accepted in many places. So I think it's complicated. So I can see this, and I can think of these two sides, you know, when I'm thinking of the US.
Yeah, I didn't have this vision too, but when I start to watch movies about their story, so my mind changed a lot. And how do you imagine the life of a person who is living in the United States or born there? Like the first thing that comes to my mind is like a secretary, you know, that has a busy routine with the coffee on hand, you know, walking through New York Street, things like that. How about you, Bruna?
I think it depends. It depends on the profession, but it's complicated, right? Um, Maybe this idea that of course not everybody who thinks this way, but um, they think they are the center of the universe. Like they don't of I'm not generalizing, you know, but like most of them don't understand about other cultures. And I think this is interesting, you know, because they are it's a really powerful country. So um it's complicated maybe for them to see these other things, you know, other parts. So but I agree with you. Uh, yeah, like someone mainly considering the things we see from the movies, like someone like really fancy clothes, like walking around. I don't know, or like someone running at the Central Park, you know, like listen to some song and like just living their lives. Then after that, they need to go to work, you know, and then they change their outfit to something more formal, you know, and then get home and have dinner and with the partner, you know, the then life portrayed on the movies, maybe. But I know it's not like this, but like that's what I thought at first.
Yeah, I thought the same. And you, Jefferson?
This is a good question because I have been there for many times. I think 5, 6 times. It's very interesting because if you're born there, it's okay. It's so nice. You can make a good university. You can have a discount to have the best university like Harvard and Yale and other universities. It's okay. But if you just live in there, you're a Brazilian guy. The reality is so different. Everything is too expensive. It's almost impossible to pay a good university. It's so expensive. And the best jobs in the United States is just the jobs for who study at the best universities. If you didn't study at this university, you work hard work. It's not so easy. It's like we say in Spanish, it's basura. It's not a good job. It's terrible kind of job. So yeah, it's the same as you must pay, for example, about social, about health. It's too expensive there. You must pay a lot of security about your health. It's different from Brazil because here we have SUS for everybody. We have a system, and there you must pay. If you have something injured, you need to pay the bill, and so high, so expensive. So it's a tough question because if you have money, it's okay to travel on vacation. It's so nice. Miami, it's so nice. Massachusetts, it's so nice. New York, Orlando, etc., etc. It's a world of dream, just in vacation, but to live is not so easy. That's it.
Yeah, totally. I think this is one of the reasons that some Brazilians want to go there, like to have a better job opportunity or to study. But I know that some Brazilians, every time that can talk to someone, don't go, they will talk, because of the health system that you need to pay for everything, as you said. And you, Marcio?
Yeah, when I imagine the life in the United States, the first thing that comes to my mind is the health system, as you said. Okay, because when you don't know how the system works, so you think everything is wonderful. But when you discover, when we really know about how the things work there, then you realize that to live there it's too complicated, mainly because of the health system, and because it's you have to have like a health plan. If you don't have one, you have to pay a big amount for a disease you have, for an accident, for what happened to you there. So, but on the other hand, this is a country of opportunities. Maybe not two opportunities for people from abroad, from overseas, but I imagine that it's still is a good place to have a job, and that you can have a social moving, and that's what I imagine like life in US is.
Yeah. And you, Bruno?
Well, I was thinking about this question, and I have some friends that they live in the middle of the country, in the middle of the U.S., and they don't live in a big city, such as New York or California or something like that. And well, I love places that are calm, that are that you don't need to worry about traffic and etc. And in these places, that my friends live, they are calm, they don't have traffic, but yet they have like all the stuff that we have in a great city, in a big city, like a supermarket or a hospital or a university, like everything. And you have a calm city, you know. So for me, that I that always lived in São Paulo, uh, I always need to choose, or I have all the facilities that we have in a big city, or I have a calm place. I can't have both. So for me, the vision that I have living abroad, living in the United States is like you have a small city, calm place, but yet you have all the facilities that you need to live, to have a good how can I say that? Yeah, yeah, that's it. You got me, I guess.
Yeah, we understand you. Yeah, and it's totally true. Or you need to choose if you want to live in a calm place or if you want to have more like opportunities, because the both is impossible. So now we were talking in the beginning about this question, but let's go. How does the media influence our contemporary notion of the American dream? Like, I really think that they influence that we think the United States is the perfect place to live, and that we don't have prejudice or things like these there, or poverty too. And what do you think, Jefferson?
Well, the media is influence a lot our contemporary version of the American dream, because the media sells the idea of meritocracy. If you're good at something, you'll be a nice guy, you'll be rich, you will have social mobility, and you have the best opportunities. So come to America. You can realize your dream. And the other is about individuality. They respect the individuality, but it's not the reality today. As Bruno said, we have a lot of racism. It's terrible now about racism. And sometimes it's terrible, but they try to send this. And it's common. When see a rich country, you imagine to go to live there. It's the same. It's the same in Brazil. Everybody wants to live in São Paulo because São Paulo have the best universities, the best jobs, the best salaries, the best restaurants, the best shows you can see, the best singers of the world in São Paulo. So São Paulo, it's a nice place. I think São Paulo, I think it's the same of the American dream. You imagine that reality, but the reality is not as you imagine. Sometimes it's terrible, but we need to try. You need to try.
Yeah, totally. I knew some people that comes to São Paulo thought that they were live a perfect life here. Like they think that had a job, and when they they arrive there, they don't have the things that people promise to them, you know. So I think maybe it's like the same thing. And you, Bruna?
Yeah, you said everything. I think the same idea we have here in São Paulo, just like Bruno said, it's the same thing that happens in New York. You know, it seems the perfect city, but levels of inequality are huge in these places, like here and there. But we have this idea that it's easy and that it's really simple to live. Just like Jefferson said, there are a lot of opportunities here. That's true, but at the same time, the poverty is so present in many parts of the city, you know. um, Homeless people around the city, drug dealers, no, everything is here together with this huge amount of opportunities. It is an unsafe city. And then I think media always try to show this reality, that this false idea that the American life is amazing and that everyone should go to America, and then it's a free country where people can do the things they want. And some, it can be partly true, you know, but if you are not a white person, or if you're not someone who owns a lot of money, this won't be true for you, you know. And yes, I totally agree when Bruno also talked about living in a small city that is different. So there are a lot of points to be discussed, you know. I think it's complicated, but mainly media tries to sell this idea that it's a perfect life, and everyone is going to be happy and working with things they like and love, and everything is good, you know.
Yeah, totally. I follow a girl that she's an au pair there, and she went to Walk of Fame to know the place more, to take pictures, and she recorded a video showing that there we can see homeless people. So, and this image shocked some people because we don't imagine this, right? So, and you, Bruno?
I was thinking while you were talking about this topic, and I was thinking, but isn't it funny how much cities we know in United States, and like sometimes it's easy to us to understand that when we are talking about, I don't know, San Francisco, we are talking about the city in California in United States, or I don't know, any other city, Houston, or I don't know, New Orleans. There's a lot of cities that we know because we watch a lot of movies, because most of the Netflix series are related to some city in the United States, and and I realized that they are making a huge propaganda, a huge. They are trying to show all the parts of the country, and maybe trying to say, oh, if you don't like busy cities, you can go to a calm place. If you don't like cold place, you can go to California where it's heat, or where you have heat, and etc. So each part of the country has a good thing that you may like, um, and and it's hard because most of the, the entertainment that we are used to listen to watch are related to United States. So if a film is not from Hollywood, maybe their quality is not that good. Or if a song is not from United States, maybe it's not a great song. So media can influence us in that way, um, and it's it's hard to find a sunny place outside the United States having this kind of media, you know. So that's how I feel about media influence.
Yeah, totally. I know that in India, they are trying to make something like this, you know, they are making more movies about their story and things like this. So how about you, Marcio?
Yeah, I believe, I, I understand that media has a huge influence on our contemporary notion of the American dream, because U.S. use this kind of thing to sell their culture, their bravery, their how they are big as a country and things like that. But on the other hand, I would say, because I got a friend that moved from Brazil to United States, okay, and this is a real history. And he went to there to be a skydiver instructor, okay. Then he starts working hard and making connections. And then someday they decided to change the area and and then he created a golf, a golf park, okay, a golf arena with mini golf. Then he improved his company. Then today, I think about some months ago, he had the authorization to build a hotel alongside his golf course, okay. And you see, he is not white, okay. He is not white. He is much more to be black than to be white. And what I mean is that there is if you have an entrepreneurship, so you can achieve something like that, okay. I do know that not even everybody will get there, okay. It will not be it's not for everyone, but he believed in his dream and he is building his dream in the United States. It's possible there, okay. You come, you work, you dream, and you build what you have in mind. But for sure, the media has a outstanding influence in our notion that, as everybody said here, in part is just a dream, okay. It's very hard to get there, but at the same time you can achieve goals that would be almost impossible in Brazil, I believe.
Yeah, we will talk about this now. That is the next question. What are the differences between USA and Brazil? So I really don't know, but like Jefferson said about meritocracy, I think there they give more value for your efforts, you know. So, but you need to work really hard to get the things that you want. I think like here is the same thing. People think that you just will achieve something if you really work hard. And for me, this is totally wrong, but okay. I think we didn't need to work so hard to give everything that we have to achieve our dreams. Maybe things could be more easy, but the difference, maybe that's it, that they give more value for your effort. Do you have more job opportunities? But in the same way, you need to have more knowledge about. And maybe here is not the same, because like we don't have much opportunities for teenagers. Like teenagers doesn't have, I don't know how to say this, but the skills, and people don't give the opportunity because they don't have this. But in the same time, I think that here we could do everything, you know. So what do you think, Marcio?
Yes, I agree with what you said now. And I would add that, as I said, United States, if you work hard, if you make the right connections, you can achieve what you want, okay? But here in Brazil, although it can happen, but I believe that it's much more difficult to get there, because as I said, there are many. I believe there are more prejudices here in terms of person from the place you were born, or about your family, about your background. And this is a thing that will make things difficult for you here in Brazil, much more than in the United States. And about I feel too about the institutions, because the institutions here don't work in a serious way. Okay, they do what they think that's right, and then don't care about the laws, and nothing happens about it. And there is another crucial point, that is our justice doesn't make us feel like we have a support from our constitution, because our Supreme Court is the first to give the constitution aside. So we don't have this basement, this law basement to feel confident to be an entrepreneur. And this is very bad for the country, and this is one of the big reasons that many companies are reluctant to come to Brazil and open their companies here, because they don't know what will happen tomorrow. Okay, and it's too bad. That's what I feel.
Yeah, you said something really important. And maybe here we give more value about what you have in your curriculum. So you can like know anything about the subject, but if you have in your curriculum that you made a course about it, it will change everything. But in the same way, we have many good professionals here. So what do you think, Bruno?
So I was thinking about this question, and um, I think that United States, they have um, a more they trust more in higher education. And what I mean with higher education is like a college or a university. And well, at least for the people that I know from United States, uh, the kids, like they are 16, 17, they already have plans to go to university. And well, I born and I grew up in a south zone of São Paulo, and I have a lot of friends that don't have this plan yet, and we are 26. So um, not this is not a bad thing, but what I mean is that with the higher education, you can open more doors of opportunities, and also when we have more educated people, we have a better community. So that's one difference that I saw, and I I see here in Brazil that we are more that we can accept more uh, people that are from outside Brazil, um, especially when their country are very different from our culture. So we tend to accept them better and try to, to make them welcome here. And that's something that I can't feel in the United States. So just two differences that in my point of view, I can see.
Yeah, totally. And what about you, Bruna?
Oh, gosh, so many stuff. Bruno said something about people being welcomed here. I think they are when they come from countries from Europe mainly. You know, when they come from other countries, maybe this is not what really happens. You know, unfortunately. But answering the question and trying to say something different from the guys, I had written here about education, just like Bruno said. I think the investment and the way it is supported there, it's bigger than the way we do here. And I was thinking of sports too. You know, I think it's something really they really support. You know, just trying to bring a different topic. Um, I forgot how to say that, but they support a lot, and this is something important for them, you know. Investing on sports, it's something that they do a lot, and I think it's nice, you know, and it is also a way for children or for teens to get on college, and I think it's a great idea, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, totally. There they support sports a lot, and we could see these on movies too. So what about you, Jefferson?
I'm gonna add something different about the laws and bylaws. It's very interesting because they respect it a lot. It's very common there. There is no Brazilian way to solve a problem. You go to a soldier or something, oh, you must see this. I think I'm just a little wrong. Can you solve my problem? There's no discussion there about this. It's very interesting. Bylaws, for example, in the condos, it's very common. If you are okay, it's okay. It's not okay, it's not okay. That's a big difference. And the other difference, I think it's about the health system. As I said, Brazil has a system that suits for all. If you're rich or poor or middle class, you have access to health system. That's very nice. In the United States, it's terrible. If you have money, it's okay. If you pay insurance, it's okay. If you haven't this, it's not okay. It's not so good. I think there's just little too different from Brazil and United States.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Jefferson. And I want to know about Bruno Macedo. How was the conversation for you?
It was very good. It was very good. The Rui and the Pamela is good persons. So it's a very good experience.
And what comes to your mind when we talk about the United States? Tell me.
I think it's a big place to live. It's a big place to work, but it's a I don't know how I'll tell this, but it's a good place. It's a big apple, and it's very different of Brazil. But for me, it's a very interesting place. It's a very rich place in the culture, in the peoples, and is that.
Okay, thanks for sharing. And now I want to know about Rui. How was the conversation? And how do you imagine the life of a person who is living in the United States?
Sorry, I didn't get this point.
How do you imagine the life of a person who is living in the United States?
Yeah, I think it's nice. I was there in 2007. Yeah, I saw the way they live. They live well, better than here in Portugal. They have dreams like us, but they have almost everything aside the shotgun law. That's the thing I don't like too much, but it's nice the experience to talk with Pamela and Bruno, also nice, brilliant. They are nice. They like to talk and explore themselves.
Yeah, thanks for sharing your experience.
Okay, welcome.
And what about you, Pamela? How was the conversation? Pamela? Okay, so Mariana, tell me, how do you imagine the life of a person who lives in the United States?
That's depend of the person we were talking about it. I think for someone that were born there is different that the life for some immigrants, for example. And I think that's depend to how the person get there, you know. I don't know, I think who immigrate from to study at a university and have money for that. It's different that someone that are trying a new life, for example, that it's hard.
Yeah, totally. So Philip has something to share, so go ahead.
Yes, and I'm gonna do that in Portuguese, just to let you know that quem tá aqui já tá há algum tempo, alguma coisa assim, vocês podem ter acesso aí ao Plano Pro por um mês, ao adquirir o curso do Elementary English, que é um curso 100% teórico e gramatical, com 100 aulas gravadas comigo, e eu estou fazendo toda essa regravação. O curso está saindo por R$ 49,95, ou seja, você pode acessar o Plano Pro por esse valor. Quem adquirir até o final de abril consegue aplicar esse cupom, valor social, para você paga R$ 49,95, você tem acesso a esse curso que está sendo atualizado esse mês. Você vai ter acesso a 100 aulas de inglês gramaticais com material comigo, e você vai poder ter acesso a um mês gratuito do Plano Pro para você testar, para você ver como funciona, para você participar das aulas de iniciantes, para participar das aulas de intermediários, para você participar das mentorias, para você ter acesso aos materiais que a gente oferece. Então, para você sentir como que é ter acesso a tudo, inclusive ao tema e às perguntas dos encontros. Então, quem é assinante do Plano Pro teve acesso ao tema e à pergunta e o vídeo que provavelmente a Yasmin coloca sempre o vídeo, não sei se teve vídeo hoje. Teve? Então, quem é assinante do Plano Pro pode ver o vídeo antes de começar, ou seja, você pode se preparar, pode ver as perguntas, pode entrar com uma intenção maior e já preparado para melhorar ainda mais o seu inglês. Então, oportunidade aí, um valor super, super baixo. E você ajuda também o projeto a gente trazer mais horários, né? Então, a gente está só essa semana agora, são 63 horas de conversação em 5 idiomas, sendo que o inglês está perto de 50. Então, o inglês está bem na frente dos outros, mas a ideia é trazer os outros idiomas também. Mas com o inglês tem muito horário para você participar. A gente está trazendo mais horas aí disponíveis para vocês durante a semana. Valeu, Yasmin. Thank you so much.
I think
Jefferson! Hello.
I think that Rui has a question.
Eu só quero fazer uma reivindicação, aproveitar que o chefe está aqui. Nosso ponto. Vamos colocar mais aula, mais bate-papo na sexta-feira. Sexta-feira.
Sim, tá difícil de achar.
Melhorar a grade.
Tá difícil de... Sexta-feira ninguém quer fazer os negócios. Só sexta-feira tá difícil. Eu tô tentando trazer. Agora eu tô focado em sexta e sábado, principalmente de manhã, sábado de manhã. Tá. Mas sexta-feira tá no radar.
Ok, muito obrigado, viu? Bacana.
Okay. Rui, do you want... Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to question some about Philip. This amount is supposed to pay every month, or is just pay it once?
It's just once. The course, it's a lifetime course. You have access for your entire life. You just pay once. So you pay $49.95, and it's just once. It's $49.95 once, and then you get access to 1 month for free as a pro student in the platform.
So what's supposed to we say on the pro platform? Something like that. We can have a meet like today, Zoom meet, or just send the links, send the books, or I don't know what is coming.
The course, you have 100 classes, recorded classes, with every class with a PDF, with a material to support you to learn English, the grammatic of the language. And for each class, I'm recording from scratch, from zero. And this course is focused for everyone who wants to be better and focus on grammar, okay? So if you don't know anything, you want to start from zero in English, it's a course for you. If you're intermediate, too. If you're advanced, as well. But the classes are still ongoing. They are being updated. So we just have still the classes for beginners available. And the bonus that you get from 1 month, for 1 month, it's from this class that you have, that you are now, but with unlimited access. Because as a free student, you have 4 classes per month available. And as a pro student, you have classes unlimited. So you can access like every day, how many times you want. Did I answer you?
Yeah, okay, thank you.
And Bruna, I'm checking here, it should work. It should work. Not working? Not working the coupon?
Não, eu consegui.
Conseguiu? Show.
Uhum.
E aí só fazer, eu não sei, você já deve ter o cadastro no site, assim que você fizer a compra, eu libero para você o mês gratuito do Plano Pro.
Ok, obrigada.
Sorry, Yasmin.
No, it's okay. So thank you, everyone. And I'm sharing with you the link of the feedback. So please go there and tell me what do you think about the subject, if you like or if you don't like. And thank you so much, everyone, for this amazing morning. And I hope to see you in the next week. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.